symbol
You're excited.
is this, which means factorial. Have you heard of that before?
Didn't we talk about it sometime in here?
I think we did. Okay, so if I give you the number, for instance, that is 6.
Yeah.
That's actually 6 factorial, but it's more fun to do it the other way. All right, what it means is I multiply every number preceding it. So 6 factorial is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1.
Oh. That's a big.
Which is actually,
So this like if you have, say, 6 different types of pie. It's like that's how many combinations you can make, right?
you kind of,
720.
Okay.
I think it's 720. It's 720.
720. Did you multiply it out?
Yes.
Good job.
Did it in your head?
Because we were talking about
Her head works.
the MBA, the bracket.
I was going to be other direction.
You're right. You're right. I remember that now.
I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. So that's what factorial is. But what happens if I don't have, well, let's do something that looks like this. How about this?
Miss Paul.
It's easy.
Is there
It's easy.
a calculator just for curiosity? We're about to break this song. I really almost did.
This is my numerator.
Yeah.
This.
Oh yeah. So it's 9 times 8.
Right?
Wait, what?
Isn't it? Isn't it 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times all the way down, but I can stop and write 7 factorial.
So then you can.
And on bottom I have this, don't I?
Yeah.
What will cancel?
7.
7,
Oh, that's.
Oh, there's 7 factorial.
right?
Oh yeah.
So now what I actually have is over 2, which is 36.
Oh yeah. That's fine.
So it's not as bad as you thought. Now let's do the exact same thing, only with letters. All right? It's being difficult today. Can I do the same thing with letters? If I have n minus 1 factorial over n factorial. Okay, when I did the numbers, didn't I basically subtract 1 every time? So is this the same thing as this over, is this n times n minus 1 factorial?
How does that make
I.e.
Oh, because it's n minus.
Because I subtract 1 every time. So when I subtract 1 from this, don't I get this? What's my answer?
N, or 1 over n.
1 over n. All right? You could, if you really wanted to. Now, I show you that, but what if I give you, and I'm just going to give you this, and I'll show you if you're patient. Are you patient?
Sure.
All right. In your calculator, type the number 10, then go to Math,
Oh my goodness.
Prob.
It's a big number. Yeah.
Whoa.
So what is it?
3,628,800. Yeah, I was about to say it's
620,
8.
2 8s in there, okay. That's factorial.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, is that all we're doing?
No. We're doing a little bit with sequences and series, remember? How hard did I go? That's the question, right?
Are there like 7 problems, right? 7 or 8? Or 6?
You have a whole hour.
Oh, I know, yeah, but these can take a long time.
All right. If I give you, you know what a sequence is, by the way? What?
The same.
It's just numbers in a row with commas in between them.
And there's a correlation from one number.
Yes. You do something to one to get the next. There is a difference between a sequence and a series. A sequence has commas between them. A series has plus signs between them. That's the only difference. So we're not going to get bogged down on is this a sequence or a series. I just want you to realize they both kind of do the same thing. That's how they look different. All right? So if I give you my sequence is defined as this. 2 to the n over n plus 1 factorial. I want to find C sub 4. What is n? 4. So, do I actually have, and I'm just asking, 2 to the 4th over 5 factorial? Is that what I have? So, is that what you're going to put in your calculator? Good. And what did you get? 215? That's how it was given to you as a sequence. It became a series. No, I'm sorry. It will become a series in the next thing we do.
2 over 15. Yeah, not 215.
Oh, 2/15ths. Sorry. I was like, that seems kind of weird, but there. That better? All right. Now I need to introduce to you, if you have not seen it before, a new Greek letter.
It
Looks
looks like an E, right?
like an E. Here is my Greek letter.
Oh, isn't that
Epsilon?
like a sum?
No.
What?
What is that Greek letter?
That Greek letter is sigma.
Oh, sigma.
It means summation or summi. Add them together. So what this does changes from a sequence to a series. They now have plus signs in between. All right. So if we are asked to find the sum, and the way we write it is, as an example, this is I equals 1 to 5. This is the number we start with. This is the number we end with to write our sequence or series. I. And then my formula is 3i plus 1. What this means is I'm going to insert, in place of I, a 1, and then add it by inserting every number and ending at 5. This means I do that and add them all together. All right? So, When I put a 1 in, what do I get?
4.
Now I put a 2 in. What do I get? Now I put a 3 in. What do I get? A 4 and a 5. And I add all these up, which I believe is 50?
Yeah.
That's what that does. Make sense to you? I don't know about you, but I think we should do another one.
Sure. What?
Who did?
It's hard not to.
I think hit in the face is an understatement. She got absolutely slapped
Yeah.
What? Where was this?
in the
Yeah.
gym.
I had a black eye.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
Me and Owen were playing catch, and then Caleb Woods walked in. So Owen threw it to Caleb Woods. Caleb Woods threw it like a baseball.
Guys.
And so it didn't go to Owen. It went directly to Chandler's face and just laid her out. It was,
It's like running to you know. Yeah.
When was this?
This was last Monday. That day, I like got hit in the head multiple times with planks of wood from the start of doing drama, and then I got hit in the face by woods. And then on Friday at
I thought you all were doing a mission trip last Monday.
Well, yeah, but we had
Yeah.
It's like after we would come back to the
Oh.
school. But on Friday, I got hit in the face with a jousting thing, and that ended up cracking one of my brackets off. And then I got hit in the face with one of the cortical things, you know. Killing just had and then
Wow.
on Monday at aftercare, one of the kids got kicked the ball, and the ball hit me in the face.
That's Charlie over here.
All right. What do I do first?
Plug 2 into in.
Plug 2 into in. When I do that, do I get -1 cubed? What is that? Times 1/2 squared? Is that my first term, -1/4?
Sure.
All right, we're okay with this? Now what do I put in? 3. When I do that, I think that gives me 1/8. Is that right? The next term better be negative again, hadn't it? And it is 1/16. What?
Never mind. I was thinking 2 times 3 for some reason.
Oh, instead of 2
Yeah,
cubed.
I don't know.
Do we agree the next one was -116? Next one, positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. I've got that part figured out, don't I?
Yeah.
So isn't it just 1/2 to the 5th? Which 1/32, right? And I'm going to let you guys do that in your calculator.
-5 over 32.
Oh.
Is that like the whole problem?
And if you do that on the test, I will count it wrong.
I wrote down the numbers that I asked you guys.
-5/30.
Very good.
Oh, did Lily say that?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea. Yeah, I heard that.
Okay.
You're an answer.
One more example, and we'll call it good.
We're gonna have
So this is like
and
mole,
the
the sigma.
or the series.
No.
No, okay.
Just like in the last kind we did.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it was gonna combine.
No. All right.
So like 10 problems that we're thinking then about.
There's no K, is there?
Yeah.
So that means
4 plus
4 plus 4, 5 times. So it's 20. So that is an easy one, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to give you the assignment. When is it due?
Monday.
Monday. What are you going to do tomorrow? Work on it.